going on, dudes and dudettes? So a four-star 2024 defensive lineman who was committed to Washington, but after his coach left, decided to reopen up his recruitment, and USC did a really good job on him this last weekend and leading up to it, because it looks like he did commit to USC earlier on today. His name is Ratumana Bulabalavu, and yes, he's a local guy. I believe he's from Carlsbad. And yeah, he definitely looks really good. Whether you look, he's either a 4-star or a 3-star, but definitely a lot of talent. A guy that this coaching staff can definitely work with and make him become great eventually. So yeah, he's not probably going to play right away unless there's major injuries, which we hope not. But definitely down the line, within another year or two, this guy will definitely be a contributor on USC's defense. So definitely looking forward to that. This is a big time get, a late guy they're able to add to the 2024 class. And maybe today, as you're watching this on Wednesday, will be National Signing Day once again, the official one, and they might be getting another linebacker in Jaden Walker. It's not 100% official, but a lot of signs are pointing towards maybe USC getting him, so we will see if that does happen or not, and you'll probably hear about it the next day or so, depending on how much more news stuff there is. But when it came to the Chargers, yes, they did finally hire the defensive coordinator, and it's ex-Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, who we talked about a couple weeks ago or so, that this might end up happening. They obviously had to go through the Rooney Rule and interview some other candidates as well, and it looks like they found their guy officially and they're able to hire him right away. So that's good. They're at least moving on with some of the bigger, coaching parts, instead of the little guys here and there. I'm pretty sure some other guys were named, but just not 100% official yet. And then we still have to wait for the offensive coordinator as well. So looking forward to that when it is announced. But yeah, this guy, he was recently in the NFL. I think he was with the other Harbaugh with Baltimore. Then he went to Michigan to be the main DC there. Did really good, and that team won a national championship, obviously. And then now he's back in the NFL at a main defensive coordinator position with my LA Chargers. So yes, very thankful and looking forward to what these two can bring. And then yeah, apparently the Lakers will be wearing, I want to say it's Thursday the 8th, their Black Mamba jerseys, which I forget when's the last time they wore it, because I think the NBA told them that they weren't able to wear that jersey for some reason. And I don't know if it was just because it was like a certain thing, like that in the season play or in-season tournament or whatever it was called. It's only been a couple months, but we already forgot what they won. But yeah, I guess they will be doing this obviously to honor Kobe and Gigi, because I believe they will be unveiling another statue out there officially. I don't know if Kobe had a statue, so this might be his first one, and I think it will be incorporating Gigi as well, his daughter, who was with him sadly that day, along with those other people on board. So yeah, we'll see how the statue goes. It just does suck that they are playing against Denver, the ex-champions of the NBA, so hopefully they'll let up on us and give us the victory for Kobe. Hopefully the guys will be inspired and be able to get that victory for the Lakers and Kobe and Gigi. But yeah, it also depends too, because that's the last day of the NBA trade deadline, a couple hours before that game. So maybe the Lakers will be down players too in case they make a big trade, and obviously that other player won't be on the team as well, and those players they trade away won't be playing either. So yeah, either way, I would only hope not for a trade, just so they could be able to have a chance to beat Denver. So we'll see how that ends up happening. And 4-star defensive lineman Myron Charles, who recently visited USC and said he really loved his visit, and a lot of the coaches, especially the defensive line coach, Coach Henderson, was recently signed. And yeah, it's looking pretty good so far for the 2025 defensive lineman product. And I think he was even at some practice or some tournament and was already throwing up the fight on with some USC gloves, which isn't that surprising. Once they visit a school, they got all this new gear, so they might as well show some love to the team that just gave it to them. But it is pretty good to see, especially when you get an official picture as well. So hoping that we do end up getting this guy for the class of 2025. And then the ex-defensive lineman from USC, Solomon Byrd, was recently invited to the NFL Draft Combine. next month in March. I'm pretty sure like other players were already invited, like Taj Washington and Brendan Rice, a handful of other guys as well. But this was pretty late of an invite for a guy. Maybe there was just holdouts and other injuries at his position, so they decided to bring him in. So that was pretty cool that another USC guy was invited to that combine. So hopefully he will get drafted, because obviously they saw something in him and a lot of people voted for him to get in there. A lot of those coaches and scouts, so they could be able to see him up close and personal once again, which is pretty cool. And then the USC women's volleyball side did get a pretty big transfer from Nebraska. She's an OH, so I think that's like an outside hitter. Probably a pretty tall chick. And her name is Allie Battenhurst. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. But yeah, she's probably one of the better players out there in Nebraska. And obviously, knowing that USC will be playing Nebraska most likely next season, once they're officially in the Big Ten, she'll be maybe able to go up and play against her old team, her old rival as well. So that'd be pretty cool for her. But yes, definitely a big time get for the USC women's volleyball team. And on Allie, she wore number 14 for her press picture, so you know she's gonna have a great career at USC. And yes, when it comes to a lot of Super Bowl things, when it comes to USC guys, they're pretty much at the top of the list for a lot of things as well. When it comes to, they are the third most when it comes to Super Bowl appearances with 124 players overall. And then they have actually 4 USC players in the Super Bowl this year. I can only remember Talanoa Hufanga and Drake Jackson on the 49ers side, but I can't remember the other two, my bad. And then they also have 50 Super Bowl winning players, which is pretty cool, and they are number 1 at that stat, even though they don't have the most players overall, which is pretty crazy. I think it was like Michigan, University of Miami, then USC, but USC beats them in winning players, so it's obvious what school you got to go to be able to win a Super Bowl in this league. You got to go to USC, but of course people don't listen. But I think the most recent one could have been Juju Smith with the Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't know if there's anybody else recently as well. But either way, definitely looking forward to this weekend. Obviously, rooting for the 49ers, but hoping for a great game overall either way. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.